and perhaps being intimate in our schools. That's what is remaining, being intimate publicly, because they're already doing it in many schools. I think that's what is remaining now. It's so embarrassing. You know, I didn't want to talk about these school issues because I wanted to focus on the rooted family conference that we're having on the 23rd of August, which you should register for. I didn't want to have this conversation. I wanted to focus on it because I know that it's something that God has told me to do. So I didn't want to mix anything with it. But I know that you people want me to say something. And I'm not just saying because you want me to say something, but I'm saying it because there's a need to say something so that we don't all look guilty. We don't all look irresponsible as educators. Why are they giving an award for the tallest in the class? Please, it beggars belief. I have no idea myself why there's an award for the tallest child in the classroom. We are seeing all types of prom events for children, preschool prom, preschool, primary prom. And I'm not opposed to prom. It's probably just a name that you people want to call it. It is fine. But what are you doing there? Now, the one that was sent to me yesterday, it was like a club. Yeah, I know, Dr. Ade told me, which was my response. A lot of people have sent me these messages over and over again. I just say, you know what? It's about time. We're going to see strippers very soon in schools. They will be stripping at the parties. And you know pole dancers, you know all those pole dancers, they will even be doing, they will be stripping and they will be paying money and they will be twerking on, you know, on each other. That's the only thing that is remaining that we're not seeing in the schools now. It's, you know, Gen Z will say it's crazy, you know, it's wild. It's so wild, the things that we are seeing in our schools. And the schools, many of the schools are blaming the parents. It's what the parents want. They want our parties to be fun too. You are an irresponsible school. Yes, quote me. If you don't know what you are doing, no school is perfect, but you must have values. Values are not what you print and put on the wall. What you print and save somewhere. What you document and save somewhere. Values live. It's a living thing. Your school must have values that you abide by all the time. Your schools must have rules. Your schools must have something that you swear by and you say, laye laye ni bi, it must never ever happen in this school. Not under my watch. We've been seeing it. It started with all these school parties. Then we started, what's it called? Sports day. Where parents will come, they will be dancing, twerking, doing all sorts of things. They will take over the party. You will not even know it's a school. A school is an educational institution. Please, let me remind you. For those that have forgotten why they set up the school, well, there are different reasons for setting up a school. Some strictly for the money, not for the love of the children. So when school parties are not looking like if somebody went to a wedding after party or a club, there's a big problem. There's a huge problem where we're having robots, kakiri, you know, and girls in mini skirts. What are we teaching children if they're going around at their parties? You know, I've seen it at parties. I've seen it at parties where you see all these robots, teddy bears and all those. I'm not even opposed to the bear. But at the end of the day, what is it that you are teaching the children when you're telling them to act like promiscuous people? I'm very careful so that I don't put my video down with the words that I'm using. But when you're asking them to dress like that, what exactly is the problem? And it's time. And that's part of the reason why this conference has come to fore. We want to challenge schools to do things differently. Let's do it our own African way. Because when you import some values, then you mess it up. Because Allah Sheju, Baba Shetani, many Nigerians, when it's A or B, or we're doing something our own will be times 1,000. Yes, carrying placard in clubs. What like in the clubs? Yeah, in the school parties. What is that one for, Gongo? See, we need to go back to our values. And I keep saying it that there's no perfect school, but there's so many schools that don't know what they are doing. So many schools. Proms now. I saw primary school prom that you don't even know whether it's the parents that are having the prom or the children that are having the prom. You are going to your child's prom with foundation, makeup, lace fronts. Is it your prom? And you're saying that it's the parents. And that is why I keep saying that there's some things about schools. Access to loans. When you give access to loans, you come and do one rubbish. The second one, poor people setting up schools. And when I say poor, I'm not talking about the amount of money in the account. I'm talking about poverty of the mind. Because when you are bankrupt in your mind, then you don't know what you're doing. And then you're allowing parents to dictate to you. Now, I stand in the capacity of someone that leads the school, and I also stand in the capacity of somebody that is a parent as well. So I'm in both places. So I'm not going to go to school, another school, and say, this is what you must do. This one I can suggest. And then as a school, you will say, this does not align with our values. I'm removing my children. Let them remove their children. But when you're hungry, you would not be able to say, let them remove their children. You will do anything they want you to do. So a parent has come now, or somebody, if according to how they are blaming that is the parents that want it, if that is true, allegedly, then the parents will come and say, okay, have strippers. Then you have strippers. Then what exactly are your values as a school? What do you stand for? What does school stand for? Look at the kind of things that are happening in the schools. Don't we have enough challenges? See the old-fashioned ways. I'm saying it now. Follow this page and follow my recommendations for school. I don't have all the answers, no. But I know a damn lot that can help us in the schools. I do, and I say it confidently. There's a lot that we can do. My YouTube channel is there. There are different ideas there, and there will be more suggestions there for our schools. Right down to singing old songs, right down to singing Nigerian songs, speaking Nigerian languages, making it all about Nigeria and Africa, not just importing all sorts of values that we don't understand. Let's do the one that we understand. Let's learn the one that we have. Jack and Jill did not go up the hill. Let Benga and Bola go up the hill. Let Ijoma and Chima go up the hill to get a pail of water. Yeah? Let Ibrahim and Musa be the ones going up the hill. Let them be the ones in our books, in our storybooks, in our nursery rhymes. Let it be the gong that our children are listening to. Tell them those old stories, those old folk tales. Let us behave like Africans that cover our bodies to a significant extent. Yes. Let's bring back morality in our schools. Some schools are like cesspits now. We already know that a lot of the children are just doing all sorts of things inside the school, in different corners, in different places, even with the teachers sometimes. You hear these things. But it's getting worse. Primary 6 prom. You're bringing all sorts of cars. You're doing intro video. And I'm not even saying it is even the parents that are even doing it. Even the schools, they're capturing intro videos. I saw some that were out of Nigeria where they were coming with helicopters and stuff like that. You know, I've seen that one. I'm not seeing it in Nigeria, but I coming soon. You know, coming soon to a channel near you or coming soon to a school near you. Must we do everything? What do we stand for? What do we stand for? Which one is tallest in the class? You make them look as if we are all dumb. I think, you know, when they say it, people will not be putting it. I will look at comments. Even while I don't even necessarily care, but they will put it in the comments and say, all these schools owners, all these clinical, we are the regulators, all these clinical, all these clinical, as if we don't know what we are doing. There are so many educators in Nigeria that know what they are doing. There are so many educators in Nigeria that can change this country if you give them a chance. And there are so many foolish and stupid educators that don't even know what they are doing. They don't care about the children and don't love the children in any capacity or the other. Let's stop this nonsense. It is bad. We will soon see pole dancers. We will soon see strippers. Those ones that are in the sky, that do all sorts of... We will see them in our schools very soon. They will be doing all sorts of things in our schools. You will see nudists dancing, strippers dancing in our schools very, very soon. If we continue at this rate, it is getting bad. Everything in Nigeria, we are just allowing to sleep because we are not holding on to our values. It is not African to behave like that. Let us stop it. It is not African to sexualize our children. It is not. It's perversion. It's irresponsible. It's not right. If a child is the tallest in the class and gets an award, does the shortest get an award? What is the value of being the tallest in the class? How is it if it's a great prize? So the ones that cannot even get told that their parents are dwarfs is game over, or what? Are we thinking at all? Every small thing you people are you're just disgracing somebody up and down. You'll be saying it's a parent. If you have values, some parents will not even come to your school because they know what you stand for. They won't come to your school. You find that there's some schools that don't really have problems. Like ours, we don't really have problems with parents because they know what they're coming from. They are busy parents, they are intentional parents. They are there for their children. They're not there to come and so that the children to be doing, to be twerking, carrying placards, wearing all sorts of things. Children are going for prom with wings, huge big wings. They can't even enter the car because it's so big. They must win something. No. It's out of order. It's getting so bad and we must talk about it. It's out of order. Why are we doing this? Now, one of the videos I watched, the lady said, oh, they're giving parents award. I don't know what the specific award is, but let's be careful. We can honor parents, yes. If a parent has been coming to your school for a decade and all their children have come to your school, yes, it is proper. It is very, very in line for you to honor that parent. Do you know what it is to put 3, 4 children through a school and you don't even recognize the person in any way? It's a good thing to do. It's not a mandatory thing to do, but appreciate your parents. Appreciate your parents. But if you are giving them one useless award, I mean, I've seen all those awards that they'll be saying, Mother of the Day, Mother of the... Please, let us make schools. Most prettiest mom, the best dressed mom, all those nonsense. No, cut it out, guys. It's disgusting. Cut it out. Schools should be about the children. It should be child-centered. PTAs already, I don't even like to talk about them because it even stinks. The word now means something else. You're either going there to fight, show off, brag, collect money. It has lost its complete essence in many schools. What are we doing? We're losing this. We need to help our children. We're already battling with the quality of teachers. Cut-off mark for teachers, 100 points out of 400. 100. So you can fail to be a teacher. It's okay to be empty in the head and not know much and be a teacher. This is what they're telling us. We're already battling with that one. Then we will now battle with issues of morality. We already have issues of cultists. We already have issues of lecturers. Some lecturers that want to sleep around with young girls. What don't we even have? And then we just want to add all this. This prom, this one now, robot, placard. It is bad. It is irresponsible. We must change the things that we are doing and make them African. Bring back African values. Stop wearing those coats to school. Those thick coats. It makes no sense. Stop saying British curriculum, British curriculum. See how we can develop our Nigerian curriculum and have African curriculum and compete amongst Africans and then international and globally as well. Nobody is saying there's anything wrong with British American curriculum or any kind of curriculum that you're using. Nobody is saying there's anything wrong with that. But let's build our own. Let's have our own. We have so much good. Scientists, astronomers, mathematicians. The first ones in the world were Africans. Go back to history. Teach our children what it is to be African. Let them know what it is to be African so that they will take pride in it. They cannot take pride in what they do not know. And that's why a lot of them have self-esteem issues. That's why they feel they need to wear long hair, speak with one stupid accent, say they don't want to eat Nigerian food, bleach their skin, and all these issues that we see all around. And that bleaching that you people are calling skincare. You're not fooling anybody. We must stop it. Can't carry your own natural hair. Must be lace front. It must be wig. You're a slave to the wig. A slave to anything Western. Slave to designer brands. Stop it. And retrace your steps back to who you are. Yes, we have been programmed wrongly, we have been lied to. But it's time for us to reclaim our culture and our heritage. Go back to our roots. I hope to see you on the 23rd of August with your friends and family. Father, mother, brother, sister, everybody is welcome on that 23rd of August. Let's do this for the children. It's going to be powerful. We're going to have speakers, panel sessions, spoken word, poetry, dance, music. I'm going to be releasing a new song on that day as well for us all as Africans. So I'll read the comments before I close. Dr. Tom says, I love you, Daku, for always speaking up for us. Nabi, your mouthpiece or cause fear, don't they catch plenty people for schools that conform. Sister Lee. Cultural dance was always our highlight that year. So this is Ofola, the underscore Ofola. Some of us would stay back to dance. I can't remember, there's one chorus. Yes, let's bring it back. Let's bring all those sort of things. Any other comments? I have friends who are teachers. A good number of them are almost frustrated to death. Some are now doing online teaching. Yes, it's true. They're even tired because when they try to help the children, the school leaders will say X, Y, and Z because of the parents. So they feel helpless. Why would I be teaching and I cannot mold a child? Education is not about teaching them subjects. Education is holistic. It's more than teaching English and math. See now, most sexy parents. Dr. Adetong Tani is saying that she saw most sexy parent award. I don't even want to comment on that. Mokawa Lerini, I put my hand on my head. Most sexy parent, okay. I was once walked out of a PTA because the parent didn't want to hear the truth. So the school owner conformed. Now lucky that school day. Thank God they didn't beat me. You were paying school fees there. I hope that was your last day there. The FOLA, British curriculum, and the children still mix up tenses. They only have accent to show for it. And what type of accent is it? The accent that is not even American or British. A cocktail of all sorts of things. Huh? They will mix up tenses when the teachers only have to have 100 points to get into there. And that's why they don't write reports anymore. Because there's nobody to write the reports. People cannot speak English. So they would rather tick boxes. Those people have low self-esteem and misery loves company. So they are trying to erase our culture. I don't even think they teach history again in school. They brought history back, but now that I'm doing on this journey, I've realized that the history that they brought back to schools is not really enough to keep us, our children, even us, even me, rooted. We need to do more. Thank you. Mafala says, you should watch this. Okay, you're tagging a friend to watch this. Yes. Please share the video. Share the video. Enough is enough of all this rubbish British curriculum. No, I'm not saying British curriculum is rubbish. Don't get me wrong. For someone who can quote me. There's nothing wrong with British curriculum. I schooled in the UK and it was fantastic. However, let us build our own. We don't go there to come back and import their own and recolonize ourselves. I don't even think we have been liberated at any point in time. And we must liberate ourselves. I have a podcast. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can follow these new conversations about history, about our culture and our roots. They're available there, but they're scattered all around. So I want to make it a one-point stop where you can learn about history, right down to language, songs, numbers, all sorts. I'm going to make an online course available so that we can help our children, especially those that have jackpot. Whatever it is, and whoever it is that wants to add value to that, even to the conference, we are looking for volunteers, exhibitors, and all sorts. If you want to add value to that conference, you are welcome to add value to that conference. Whatever it is that we're going to do, even we're looking for sponsors. So if you're working in an organization and your organization can help us, and you can sponsor us, either with souvenirs or financially, we need that. And if even an individual go, we need that. Tomiwa says the history is diluted and some have been distorted. The home, yet again, is the starting place. The home is the starting place, but in many homes, parents don't know the history. Parents don't even speak the language properly anymore. That's what we've come to realize. When the podcasts come out, you will see some of the issues that people discussed in depth. A lot of parents, they don't speak it. A lot of parents some parents are even Igbos married Yoruba and all sorts of mixes. And so they themselves don't know history. They didn't learn history. I did not do history all my life. Any history I know now is self-taught or by virtue of the fact that I teach history in the school. So even I don't know history. So if we can get a good history curriculum or put it in the schools, teach our children, educate ourselves as well. Because we don't know history, we cannot teach our children history. We don't know our roots. So the conference is about, good, very beautiful question. The conference is about identity crisis, self-esteem issues, not knowing our roots, not knowing our culture, our heritage as a nation. And that is why we still are colonized and we think we have been liberated. We are still colonized as Nigerians, as Africans. And that is why we feel the need to speak Fune. We feel the need to bleach. We feel the need to not eat our Nigerian food. We feel the need to rename our food, calling bean akara, amoy, bean ball, bean cake. When pizza is pizza all around the world, samosa is samosa all around the world, sushi is sushi all around the world. We will rename nkwobi to cow food delicacy. We will rename our things. We will continue to bow. We will chase to have the British curriculum. We will chase to have the American curriculum, but we will not improve the Nigerian curriculum or even think of having the African curricula that we will use. They will tell us that, oh, the reason why we are doing this is so that our children can blend when they go abroad. Do the Chinese do that? Do the Japanese do that? Some of you don't teach your children to even prostrate. You say, oh, what do they need it for? But when you go to Japan, you see them greeting. Their culture is maintained. We are losing our culture, and that is why we are having all these things in the schools. Children carrying placards in the schools, like a club at parties. Dressed like strippers, and the educators there. Mental colonization. We have not been liberated at all. Because if you're not liberated in your mind, you're not liberated anywhere else. Abba's Daughter 247. I think documentaries on history should be introduced. Yes, there are documentaries and there are historians online. There's patriotism that resonates when we see videos of our heroes past and what Nigeria was. Exactly. We have some of them online. We have a lot of them online. So yeah, that is a very good suggestion. And we have to continue to talk about the things. When you ask the average youth, they want to japa. When you ask them about Africa or Nigeria, talk about no power, they talk about slavery, poverty, disease. But we existed before slavery. We were great. And we are great. And so we must let them know the greatness. Because when they go out with their mates, they feel, oh, let me change my name. My name cannot be Ronke. My name has to be Rodney. Because, you know, they don't know how to call it. But they can call any other thing. There are different pages on IG here that teach history. YouTube as well. That's very, very correct. Okay, yes, so that was the comment. There are people that teach history. We have to make it interesting. We have to make it something that our children will have to look at and have facts to talk about and be able to say, do you know that the pyramids in Egypt were not built by slaves? Do you know that the pyramid in Egypt were actually built by the greatest mathematicians? They were actually, there was precision to the work that they did, to the point where there's accuracy in the size of the blocks, and to the point where those bricks have existed for thousands and thousands of years. They were not built by illiterates. And when you come to my YouTube channel, you can subscribe down so that you can learn about history, learn songs. I'm going to be bringing people that are going to sing songs. Miss Tonya, you are here. So you should be part of this initiative. Bringing Africa back into the classroom. We need it. Our nursery rhymes should not be saying Jack and Jill went up the hill. Our nursery rhymes should be saying Ijoma and Bola went up the hill. London Bridge did not fall down. Lekki Bridge fell down. Bring those songs back. If people don't know how to sing it, we will make them up and put them online, and people should sing it in their schools. Enough of the colonial mentality. Enough of it. The Ofola said History 001 and then Yorubaness. Those are some of the channels that talk about history. We'll make it fun. We'll bring it back. How can our children be like sex workers online or at school parties? carrying placard like if they're in clubs, folklores and folk tales that teach morals. I'm also working on something in that line. Yes, let's see how we can collaborate. And let's not be afraid to collaborate, guys. Because collaboration is the only way we're going to get this done. And I still need volunteers, sponsors, exhibitors, people that know people in the organizations that can sponsor us. Because we have to get this message out. We're losing it. To the point where Nigerian children, British-born Nigerian children are discriminating against Nigerian-born children that Japad. They think they are better. No common sense whatsoever. They don't realize that they are all the same. The same blood flows through your veins. You are all Africans. And you go to another man's country, and you still feel as if you are better. You leave Africa, and then if you follow one, just send me a DM, please. You leave Africa, you go to America, you say you're Black American. When did you stop being African? Let's stop all these things, though. Otherwise, we will not know our history and our culture. We'll go and hear about history and culture in China. They will automate everything. They will record everything and go and put it in their museums. That's where we'll go and be paying. Our children and generations to come will go to another country to find out. So we need project managers, social media managers. We need marketing experts. We need ushers, all sorts to volunteer, yes, for the conference on the 23rd of August. With videographers, all sorts. We need it. So please, let's join hands and do that. I think I've addressed that issue that was pressing in my heart. Schools, wake up. Stop being slaves to money to the point where you cannot tell parents that we do not accept such behavior in this school. Our school is an educational institution and we uphold morality, not promiscuous behavior. We don't want that in our school. Our children are not sex workers. Our children are children of dignity and they dress well. They are kings and queens. If your children are queens and queens, are they? If you know the meaning of our name, that's why we have to go back to our history. If you know the meaning of your name, a crown, when you see a crown on your head or the crown on a queen or a king, and that king is carrying placard, kakiri, like a sex worker, carrying placard, kakiri, wearing miniskirts at school party, and you're saying you're raising kings and queens, if queen and queen like that, you're messing up the lives of children. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Disgracing us all. Making it look as if we are all incompetent. I am not incompetent and I can tell you that so many more educators in Nigeria are not incompetent. It's a shame. Now, Tabitha says, we need to buy well-written children's books by local. They can't read and write. They can't even spell. Tomiwa, don't you see typographical errors inside all those things? When they're telling us that it's for people that have 100 that can teach. Let them write it in Yoruba and Hausa so that people will read rubbish or broken English. Because that English, I'm beginning to give up on it. Remember, I used to speak and write well. It's like a lost battle. Back to it, Jari, my dear sister. We need to buy well-written children's books by local authors highlighting cultural settings. We have to stop looking down on such resources and keep buying the pop culture titles, corrupting our children some more. Yes, if they've not bought am I even allowed to call these names? You know all these animated comics. If they've not bought it, they've not read a book. Support the local authors. Support the local authors. The Ofola says, recently, I had to go back to reading Yoruba literature. Even me, I went back to reading, watching history. English literature that we read in high school. The Passport of Malam Ilya and the likes. Yes, well done. That's why, I get it from now, but I'm sure you also get my frustration this morning. Oh, big sis, you are here. Shape a child. If you are even able to enter this live, my dear sister, please come and enter and talk about values. Because this started with me talking about values at the top of these videos, where schools don't know their values, and that is why they are losing it. Can you imagine, big sis? Schools have children moving around at school parties, prom, as sex workers, carrying placard up and down in miniskirts. Can you imagine? Yes, Jakba. And yes, follow Shape a Child and get her books for your schools and for your children. Captain Excellence series. She writes all those books. She writes books that carry values for our children. And she's also created, I'm probably not going to say it right, but the framework of values for Africa. that nobody else has done. And she's also part of this movement. You're giving children an award for being toilets in the class. They're coming to school dressed anyhow. Small 10-year-old children are dressed as if, you know, it's something else. Because you are seeing all this rubbish that all these designers are doing and parents are doing it. Now, it's our 10-year-old children that have to behave like that. A brand can sponsor with souvenir, even if it's 10 naira, even if it's water. We need all the sponsors that we can get. It's most appalling that some schools have lost it completely. Yes, a lot of schools have lost it completely. And that's why I'm coming now to say, shame on all those schools. A lot of schools are trying and you're giving educators a bad name. So shame on you. Shame on you for saying somebody is the tallest in the class and that's an award. And making the short one feel bad. How about the one that has no legs? How about the ones in a wheelchair? We don't even make room for children that have special needs. You make it look as if we are all fools, as if educators don't know what they're doing. And when people leave comments, they say, those educators, the barrier for entry is... Which barrier for entry is low? Come and rent a space in Ikoyi. Come and rent a space in Lekki, then you will know how barrier of entry is low. When they give you a bill of 13 million to come and rent a property, then you tell me that barrier of entry is low and you have to pay it up front for 2 or 3 years. Then you tell me barrier of entry is low. It's not the day that you rent property of 1 million and put toys inside. That's not it. A lot of us are doing damn hard work. Do you know what it is to even run a school with the energy issues that we have? Do you know what it is to run a school with energy issues? Some of us are trying. Really, really trying. And some of us are messing it up, making us look bad. Giving people awards, tallest in class, sexiest mom. What's the meaning of sexiest mom? And parents, please stop all this taking over the school parties. Wanting to go and be, go to clubs to have a good time. Stop going to schools. If you're bored, go to a club. Go to your church and go and be dancing there. Praise God. Don't come to school and corrupt the children. Don't come to school and make them what they are not. Making them wear rubbish that they should not be wearing. Sexualizing our children. Miniskirt and placard. Following teddy bear up and down. What is the business of sexiest mom in the school? What are you telling the children? Oh, so your mom is sexy. Your mom is sexy. My mom ain't sexy. What's that? And we are trying every time. That's why I didn't want to say anything until I got these videos like 10 times or more. And I'm saying to myself, gosh, we are really trying. I'm fed up. You know, I'm fed up of just talking all the time. Sometimes it feels as if nothing is happening, no traction. But you guys will still write me and say, Ronke, I see your work. And it is encouraging. And thanks to all those who write and share things with me to share. And some people say, I see your work, I see your work. We are trying. But some of you just spoil it for us. Tallest in the class. Fittest in the class. What's that? Think about the children that are properly differentiated in the class. Then what happens? They say they're giving an award to keep parents happy. If you understand your values again, then you will understand that the school has nothing to do with keeping the parents happy. If you want to keep the parents happy, you do it by doing the job on the child. Not by entertaining the parents, telling them that they're sexiest in the class, or bowing down to them because you think that they will be giving you financial support. That's not the reason why you set up the school. Financial support is good, but that is not the reason why you set up a school. A lot of us have lost it. If you have your values and you have that framework in your school, and you know that these are the 5 things that we stand for. Once they bring anything that doesn't align with those things, say, no, we don't do that here. But some of you cannot say it because you're hungry. Hungry mentally, hungry in the pocket. But hungrier, the hungriest in the brain. Once the mind is messed up, that's the end of it. Someone said, when I marketed local books, it was a battle. Parents would rather get imported. It's the colonial mentality. And that's why we're having this conference. It's the colonial mentality. Please push the flyers out. Tell people, tell your churches, tell your mosque. It's not a religious program. Tell people, let's awaken our children. Our children are coming back from abroad. They can't even greet. They have no respect. You can't buy local books. Inferiority complex. You feel as if you have to buy designer before something is good. Patronize your local vendors and suppliers and manufacturers. It's a slavery when you continually feel as if something has to be Western. Look at what China did for themselves. There was a time when they used to say Chinese and Japanese goods were bad. Hey, made in China, now they are the ones doing everything. They fought. Look where they are today. We can do it as Nigerians, but not with this mentality of, oh, everything has to be British, everything has to be Nigerian. Everything has to be British, everything has to be American. It has to be Chinese, has to be imported. They are making shoes and bags and clothes and all sorts of things in Aba and allegedly putting made in China on it. Made in US, made in everything else. And you know that it was made in Aba. You know it was made in Aba. But you want them to put all those labels on it so that you can buy it because you are still a slave. So that 1960 was not any independence. People are still enslaved in their minds. And if you're enslaved in your mind, you are forever enslaved. You need to stop it. When Amakata Logos books was a battle, parents would rather get imported series. The work starts with us, our values, what we take pride in. Shape a Child says leaders have become enablers. Absolutely. Diofola says Shape a Child, Japa, Ti Ropo, Oko, Yanibo. I don't know that one, but I mean. I've even forgotten what Yanibo means. These are the things that, please, I need to collaborate with Yoruba teachers. We need to work. Egun Alare was written by my friend's dad. Shape a Child says word. Speak it, say it loud. Tell me why some educators need to return to the scratch. From writing vision, mission statement, identify. They don't know it though. They don't know it because if you know it, there's no way that that kind of act will exist in the school. There is no way. And you know Nigerians, once something is happening like this, if this is what is happening, this is what Nigeria will do. They will multiply it. Nigeria will add their own, will now pass the originator itself. Allah Sheikh Jubaba, Sheikh Tetiwatima Moju. A lot of schools don't know it. They write mission, even if they write the mission and mission statement. I said it at the beginning of this, that a vision, mission is not necessarily written. You can have a mission and a vision without writing it down because it's a living thing. The mission and the vision of the school is a living thing. It is what you live by. It is what you abide by. A parent comes with a suggestion that they want to, and I want for the sexiest parent to say, I'm sorry, it doesn't align with our values. We don't do that here. But everything is money. Everything is money. And that's why I said you can't be hungry and run a school. And this hunger, I keep telling you, you can't be hungry in the mind and you can't be hungry in the pocket to run a school. You see that the people running schools, they're either hungry in the mind, in the pocket, or in both. And that's why we continue to get all this rubbish. Any other comments? Let me see. So, please share this video. If you're part of the people that truly want to liberate us in this Nigeria and stop the mess that we're seeing in school, stop the mess that we're seeing that is happening to our culture, let's collaborate and run a values program for school. I'm here, sis, you know now, but other people should join. Follow Shape a Child. Let's see what we are going to do together. I've already come from the angle of having the conference. I have the podcast, have the channels. I'm going to be doing stuff with Yoruba and language teachers on my channel. I'm going to be bringing history. I'm going to be bringing people that are deeply rooted, which I've done. We have had about 15 people come, and we've had the podcast recorded. So we'll continue to share. So I'm going to do my bit in that capacity. You will see me show up here and speak the language that I know. You will see me invite people. You see me trying to change nursery rhymes and tell stories. I will do what I can. I don't think I can write in Yoruba because I don't know how to write in Yoruba. And I'm not going to start learning Yoruba right now because I want to write a book. I will learn it so I can teach the one. You start with where you are. You don't have to create one huge thing. So character counts. Some people are coming from the angle of character. Whatever it is, help create a culture based on values. That's what we are going to do. And we have great values. Beautiful values. A lot of the bad things that we even do, we imported it. A lot of the bad things that we do, we imported it. Do you know that even this one that they always say African parenting, Africans never used to beat their children. They didn't know what it was to beat their children. Africans don't beat their children. It was they seeing the slave masters beat the slaves. They thought it was the thing to do. And they inherited it. So please, let's stop this colonial mentality. Let's stop it. The YouTube channel, all those facts I'm dropping in this video, they are just not get from a lot of the learnings. A lot of the learnings. Yes, jackpot for all you care. Jackpot, but let us always know that when we run away and we jackpot, it's usually because of survival first. It's survival. And if you are jackpotting for survival, it's just like a dog that is hungry. It's anything you dangle to it that it will take. Let's build our country. Let's build our land. Let's start with our homes. Let's start with our schools. Start in your workplace. Start with your in your area of the Ofola. We can collaborate. We write it together. If you are serious, and you know me, I'm a doer. I don't just talk, and that's why I've been quiet. I just came out to talk about this. I've been quiet online with all these parenting things. I've been seeing the rubbish, a lot of rubbish that has been sent to me, and a lot of rubbish has been happening in society. But when I just saw all this, the toilets in school, prom parties, all sorts of things happening, you are telling your son that he should come, you are telling your boy he should come, and the way he will come out of the car, he will open the car, he will open the door, you will shake it. They are 10! For heaven's sake, if they start that one now, when will they finish? Please share this video, and please sign up for the conference and be there. Let your schools join, and please, public schools are welcome as well. Your children's church, let them know about it. Your madrasas, let them know about it. It's not a Christian program. It's culture, values, identity, our heritage. That is what it's about. And it's not for children alone, it's for adults as well. You won't regret it. You won't regret those 4 hours that you're going to be there. I promise you. And you know that when I say something like that, I mean it. I thank you for joining. I really appreciate your joining today. Enjoy the rest of the day, and let's keep building. Hasta luego. Odabo.